Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, everyone. Today, inshallah, we will continue 12.1 inverse variation that we started yesterday. And today we will, inshallah, graph the inverse variation as we said yesterday. Yesterday, we identified the inverse variation and we write the equation of the inverse variation. And today we will graph the equation. This question, write and graph the inverse variation in which y is equal to 0.5 and x is equal to negative 12. As we did yesterday, step number 1, we have to find k, the constant. We said if it is an inverse variation, so the product of x and y is a constant. We'll give you a constant. So k is equal to x times y, x times y. Negative 12 times 0.5 will give us negative 6. This is the value of the constant k. Step number 2, we have to write the equation of the inverse variation, which is y equal to k over x. K, we knew it here, so it will be y equal to negative 6 over x. Remember this equation, y is equal to negative 6 over x. Now we will use this equation in order to graph the inverse variation. Inverse variation, we will substitute many values of x to get y. We can put any number except of course the 0, because if we put 0 in the denominator it will be undefined. Look at this table. In this table here, look, we put instead of x negative 4 and we divided negative 6 over negative 4 and we got 1.5. Negative 2, 3, negative 1. If you put instead of x negative 1, then we will get 6. Negative 6 divided by negative 1, it is 6. The 0 is undefined, we can't put it, so we have to skip it to 1. Put 1 instead of x, it will be negative 6 over 1, which is negative 6. Now negative 6 over 2, negative 3. Negative 6 over 4, it is negative 1.5. Now these are the points, the ordered pairs, which is negative 4 with 1.5, negative 2 with 3, negative 1 with 6, 1 with negative 6, 2 with negative 3, 4 with negative 1.5. Now plot these ordered pairs. Look here, after we plot it, we got this graph. Connect between them, we got two smooth curves. This is the first and this is the second one. This is the graph of the inverse variation. Okay, let's take another example. Now write and graph the inverse variation in which y is equal to half when x is equal to 10. Again, step number 1, we have to find the k. Inverse variation means that the product of x and y is always a constant. So we multiply x 10 times half, which is y, to get 5. So the constant k is equal to 5. Right now the equation is y equal to 5 over x. Now we can put many values of x here in order to get y. We can put any number we want except of course the 0. The 0 will give us an undefined value. So 5 over x, we can take 1, we can take negative 1, we can take instead of x 2, and we can take negative 2. We can take 5 and negative 5. Don't put any number that will give you a fraction. Okay, here they put negative 4. It gives us negative 1.25, but it is not a good idea to put negative 4. Better to put negative 5. Negative 2, negative 5. 5 divided by negative 2, it will give us negative 2.5. Put negative 1 instead of x. 5 divided by negative 1, negative 5. 0, of course, we can't substitute because it is an undefined value. Now put 1, 5 over 1, 5, 5 over 2, 2.5, 5 over 4, 1.25. Again, better to put 5. Now plot the points that we already got in the previous table and connect the points together. As you can see, plot the points and connect them with smooth curves. Be careful here that the two curves will not touch the axis, the x-axis and the y-axis. These are the asymptotes that the curve can touch because it gives an undefined value so that we can touch the two axes. This is how to graph inverse variation. Two examples. Concentrate, look at the video again, and good luck. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.